Hello everyone and welcome back to Torchlight 2. While we're still doing random fetch me this and do me this, fetch me this and do me that quest things, you know. The genie just wants us to do his dirty work, I guess. So I am just getting rid of my access equipment and entering the haunted quarter. I believe he has 3 tasks for us. We've already done 2 of them. We found his lamp, which was actually more of a joke, because as he said later on, that lamp is kind of useless. And we've also survived the luminous arena. Should probably avoid those spots on the ground, they don't look particularly friendly. Oh, and those tentacles. Can't kill them, they just sort of occasionally hit the ground and hurt you. These little ones you can kill though. And I can see why they call this place the Haunted Quarter. It's not exactly... I don't know. Not really a place you'd want to live in, I guess. Not a problem for my glaive throwing skills there. Luckily they really don't have many enemies that are immune against a certain type of damage. They might be resilient, but I don't believe there's any type of damage that any type of enemy is completely immune against. Which is nice, because if you spend your entire build speccing for fire damage, or in my case poison damage for example, it would be pretty annoying if there's, like, the final boss, because he's poison elemental, he's sort of immune against poison damage, and you just stand there and... oh, everything I do is poison damage. So... how's the weather on your end, eh? Would be a little annoying. You there, die. Ooh, sundial. Always open the sundials, as I said. Whoa. Careful there. Tentacles. Oh, a locked gold chest. Just wondering if I'll be able to find the key. Because I didn't think this was an area that had a pitta sprite in it. Not that it really matters, honestly, there's rarely good stuff in the golden chest, but... I mean, if it's there, it's sort of... it's annoying if you then can't open it. But maybe that's just me. And there is something of a glitch where, wow, frame rates! The game does not like this entire screen of particle effects, but the game is the one that has it in it. Yeah, as I said, it's not the best coding, especially with the effects. They're just... I don't know how they did it, but it sort of reaches its limits in terms of simultaneous particle effects on the screen very, very quickly, and then it just lags extensively. I mean, it's survivable usually, but I don't know. Even on fairly beefy hardware, it's just... Makes you wonder why they didn't optimize that slightly. But I think in some ways that they're a small crew, and I guess the person responsible for that sort of thing just wasn't too familiar with whatever graphics library thing he was using. Don't know what it's using, OpenGL probably. And maybe he just couldn't figure out how to make it any better, and eventually they decided, you know what, it works, just go with it. And I mean, dropping to below 20 is a little annoying, but it's still survivable, usually. And there's Jahannam? Jahannam. Didn't quite have time to read that, but this is a fun boss fight as well, actually. Against another genie. And I just love his animations. Look what he does for ranged attacks. He actually, you know that sort of thing where you shape a pistol from your fingers and then shoot someone with that? That's his ranged attack animation. I just love it. And there we go. But oh, he's not dead yet. No, of course he's not. You have to do that 3 times, maybe? Yeah, maybe 3 times, I think. Oh, he also does the illusion summoning thing, but that's actually not too bad, because of the glaive rebounding like crazy. So his copies just die in the crossfire, I guess. There we go. And because they count as separate boss kills, you get a lot of fame from it as well. Oh, you guys. Oh, I don't care about you guys. Whee! Hold on to my glaives. I mean, I can keep spamming until my mana is empty. There's no reason to conserve MP. Okay, almost have him now. I think one more barrage of... yeah. One more barrage was quite enough.
You have completed the quest.
And we are full, so hand over some stuff to my pet.
Your pet's inventory is full. Your pet has...
Okay, we've just apparently defeated one of his bigger rivals. I'm going for the set piece, of course. And he opened a portal, taking me back home.
First one.
You there, random merchant. Did you restock? You did. Next question would of course be, do I actually want to buy anything from you at the moment? Because I... sort of might want a better ring, so let me just buy those, I guess. And we get 2 uniques. Nope. Buy that back. A Wrath ring, which is for Berserkers, and a Smokebox ring, which is for Engineers. Lots of rings you get from him are class specific, but that's okay. If I had enough pieces of this, that would be nice. You know, the mana recovery per second is quite high. But I doubt I'll be getting that many pieces, put it that way. Okay, you there, breaking the siege. I think that's approaching the end of Act 2, actually. And that problem has been eliminated indeed. I now get a Collector of Fine Things, which is sort of a high-end merchant selling very expensive but very good things. Like blocking 3. Definitely want to buy this. And I will be getting rid of probably Adrenaline Rush. It's the one I use the least. And blocking 3 just gives me 6% extra chance to block. That merchant also has a decent chance to sell set pieces. So, again, something to keep in mind. Now, to break the siege... Salt Barrens? I think? Yes. Just a little ways away from this particular location. Oh, and I'm almost at another level up. It's actually going really, really quickly here. Might have to do with the higher difficulty, I don't know exactly, but I think it's nice that you get quite so many level ups. I mean, I'm already level 34. Started out at, I don't know, 20, 25, 26-ish? So, yeah. Cool, cool. Just die. Okay. I hope you can forgive me not exploring everything. I usually do that when single playering, but tends to be, I don't know, I feel I was apparently standing on a location that once the gate had activated had already been enough to teleport me. Okay. Yeah, in an LP I think it's a little boring, so I'm basically trying to save you from that. Oh, Shattering Glaive. This is a fairly strong attack, but I think for the moment I will continue to focus on the skills that I already have, and I will focus on Shattering Glaive at a later point. Right now, I mean, my standard glaive throw is still perfectly fine. Whoa. Oh yeah, this boss guy is problematic. Whoa.
You have perished.
Did not see that coming at all. That lost me about 40%, no, 10% of my gold. When you die and resurrect at the entrance to the area, that costs you 10%, I believe. Should get out of that mana drain field as soon as it pops up. I just keep seeing, oh, it doesn't do any damage, I can probably stand in this. Which is not true. Wow. Okay. Should be careful here. Repulsion Hex. Again, sort of speccing skills I already have before going into new ones. Oh, Bay Mimic. It's one thing they still didn't quite get right in this game. It's something that was present in the first game as well, where mimics drop so much better loot than sort of normal chests. It's a little less so here, but still somewhat true. That you're basically happy to see a mimic instead of a chest when... I don't know, I prefer it when seeing a mimic is sort of an annoyance and something that you'd rather not have happen. That you prefer to have a chest over a mimic. And really, at least as far as I'm concerned, I prefer the mimic over the chest, just because it tends to drop better stuff. Don't have much electric armor, which is one of the main sources of damage here, so I have to get a little careful. Actually, my electric armor, it's not that bad, but yeah, for ice armor and poison armor are higher still. Fire armor is pathetic, but I don't think there's major sources of fire damage anymore in this act. And yes, we are indeed actually approaching the end of it. Not quite sure we'll be able to do it this episode, maybe, but yeah, not that much longer, I guess. Maybe it's this, maybe next episode. Yes. Forgive me, sometimes when I think I've mispronounced the word, I'll say it like 3 times in a row. I do that in real life as well. It's a bit of an annoying habit. I try to suppress it while recording, but sometimes I think I mispronounce and then I just repeat it a few times. Not as often as I usually do IRL, but still, yeah. Just, I guess, bear with me for those occasions. It is what I do. And I feel like I'm talking way too much. Should give you some little breaks where I'm not talking, and there's a bit of quiet and you can focus on the game, let your mind wander. I try to have more sort of light and background entertainment, not light in the sense of, you know, slapstick humor, light-hearted stuff. I tend to talk about serious subjects on occasion, but maybe calm. Maybe calm is a better word. I don't want to be all shouty and spammy and oh, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, oh, look at what I'm doing, look at that. I couldn't even do that. So yeah. Sometimes I feel like I'm overdoing it with the talking. Because, funnily enough, I don't actually consider what I have to say particularly interesting, so it's supposed to be more about the game. Which, funnily enough, turned into quite a speech. Oh, irony. We're almost out, so I'm just going to do this now. Haha. And who cares if I run past the enemies? We're approaching a fairly big boss fight, by the way. Oops, wrong button. Well, I guess the final boss fight of Act 2, so it's bound to be a little big. And I have no more? Well, I have some potions, but not many. There it is. It's the enslaved Mana Guardian, which has basically been corrupted and turned into this Siege Guardian. Quite a strong enemy. And also, there's a bunch of ads in the arena as well. These siege turrets cannot be destroyed. Oops. Totally wanted to get away, not get closer. The sort of disadvantage to those indestructible turrets is basically that they take your rebounds on the glaive. At least for me, they take the rebounds on my glaive, and I would rather that rebound hits one of the enemies that can be killed, like this row here, which spawn. Whoa! Should try to avoid that missile barrage. But you can usually position it quite well so that so that's all fine. The indestructible cannons are... Whoa! Yes, I noticed. Avoid that. It's painful. Okay. I'll be a little more quiet this time around. But the Siege Guardian did not replenish. And I think the next act you'll probably see with a Number Mage. So, different build again. It really depends on how it's going. Maybe... Whoa, don't be hit by that, I guess. Maybe a New Game Plus Frost Mage, or maybe a New Game Fire Mage. Oh yeah, avoid that. That killed me last time. Did, what, 1,500-ish? Okay, also try to get away from the cannons. They're moving slowly, as I've said, so easy enough to avoid usually. Don't make things drop on my head. That's evil. Whoa. Okay. Health potions I can give to my pet pretty much as many as I like. I have 60-ish. It's more than I'll be able to use in this fight. Mana potions, I am down to my last one. Ouch. Don't drop stones on me. Just don't do anything. What was that? I think that was one of the bosses in the first game, wasn't it? Where if you died once and went back, he was sort of stuck in a pathfinding loop, and you could just spam ranged attacks on him, and he would just be sort of standing there doing nothing. Okay, Siege Guardian's almost defeated. It's down to maybe 5% health. So, should be okay. No! Okay. Just about managed to survive.
You have completed the quest. Your pet is fleeing.
Did I accidentally hit a button to... Yeah. Apparently I hit the button to toggle items on the ground by accident in my panic mode. Found mysterious shoulders. Not particularly interesting. Yeah, let's speak to the Guardian of Mana. Worked out just about perfectly with the duration, actually.
Stop! Enough! You have freed me from my enslavement, and I am myself once more. We must leave this place.
You have gained
Okay.
an experience.
Gained enough level up. There's a boss chest back here as well. With some boots in it. Engineer boots. All damage taken is reduced by 10%. That's a lot. 10% all damage reduction is quite high. The maximum is 75, so you can stack it up to that value, but 10% on a single piece of equipment, plus a socket, which can give another 5%, I think? I think you can socket 5%. So that's not bad, and I could add another socket, so that would be a 20% damage reduction from a single pair of boots. Of course it doesn't do much else, so there is that, but yeah. What I'll do is I'll spend my level up, and I guess this is probably the last you'll see of this character, unless maybe eventually I'll do some streams of this game in which you might see her again, because this is a build that I quite enjoy. So
Hey friend, you feeling a little lucky?
do I want some ones? No, not those anyway. Okay.
You have a new quest.
And we are now at the point where we could take the rail to the next act. But I will instead put these in storage. Do some, cleanup stuff, and I'll switch characters. So next episode you'll see me on an Ember Mage. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.